So this is a bit of a change for me, and my 2 subscribers out there will be like, wow, Prey came out a month ago, what's up? Well, to get on with this as fast as I can, Prey was supposed to have roots in System Shock, BioShock, and other classic RPGs. I owed it to myself to play it, so I coughed up some money and bought it, played it, and now I'm going to review it. First up, the sound design in this game is awesome. +3 brownie points to whoever was on that. It's the perfect mix of modern sci-fi and old school 80s synthesia, as well as the modern sounds that games like Endless Legend use. So anyone who's seen my then and now videos know that I'm about to ask 3 questions. Is it fun? Does it work? And are there expansions required? So I'm going to finish off whether or not it works fast and easy. The game works. It has some glitches, mainly graphical, but there's a lot of bugs that allow you to go through walls. But that's okay because typically you enter low gravity mode and just go right back into the map. So don't worry about the game not working. It seems like a save wiping bug that was released with the game has been patched out as far as I'm concerned. Now, is it fun? This is where the game's problems arise. Prey is a game that doesn't know what it wants to be. It starts off as a horror game, showing some gruesome imagery and paranoia-inducing aliens. If played on nightmare difficulty, the first 4 or 5 hours of this game really shine, as being intense, explorative, and even a little scary, albeit mainly relying on Dead Space 2 jump scare. This stage of the game is fun. There's a few big enemies that you can face if you explore enough that really shine, giving challenge and fear at the same time. The environments seem to be creative and easily laid out. No mazes in this game, which I appreciate. System Shock too. And the exploration is rewarding with upgrades, individual crews, stories, and neuromods that help you fight and gain access to new areas. However, this greatness of the first few hours quickly wears off. I can tell you that it starts to wear off once you make it to Psychotronics. They build up Psychotronics area so much as this scary place where there will be strong typhon and remnants of the first containment break. Then you get there to find the same enemies you've been facing and are comfortable with, if you've been exploring, and that's how the rest of the game goes. You keep getting teased with so many awesome things that just don't fulfill. So to compare the rest of the game to the first few hours, the lobby, neuromod, division, crew quarters, and arboretum are all unique and different. The 7 other areas of the game feel and look the same. The emails and different crew stories start to peter off, less and less emails to read, less interesting audio logs, so forth. One kind of cheap thing that I found is a lot of the computers that I was hacking had the same exact copy and pasted emails that I'd already found. The scary atmosphere quickly fades into a shoot 'em up like atmosphere. Kind of like how Dead Space 3 did, but without the fun combat and action that Dead Space 3 had. This is probably the biggest problem with the game. It doesn't know what it wants to be. The game sometimes acts like it wants to be a horror game, but there's too much action and too little tension for that. The game acts like it wants to be an action game, but there's too few enemies and too uninteresting combat for that. The game acts like it wants to be an RPG, which it does succeed a little, but a cop-out ending makes all your choices seem null and void when it's all said and done. The game takes human upgrades from Deus Ex, which is fine, then it takes power upgrades from BioShock, which it then punishes you for having, both in story and gameplay, so I never even felt a pull to use them. I completed the game on nightmare difficulty, trying out a few, but not really finding satisfaction in them. There was too little reward for using them. The game tries to take exploration and interesting environments from System Shock and BioShock, but fails to do so. It didn't take enough notes from BioShock on how to keep your environments interesting throughout the entire game. The game uses an open-ended approach to most problems, but the problem is almost always a locked door, to which you can hack, find a way around, which is almost always a maintenance vent, turn into a small object and slip through, or shoot the switch with the Nerf gun. Guys, in the end, Prey just doesn't satisfy. It tries to be too many things and doesn't succeed in one area or another. It'd be nice if it just chose a genre and stick with it, but it doesn't. It was around the 18-hour mark that I just told the game to screw off and ran through the rest of the game, not bothering with too many more fetch quests and battling more enemies. I just ran past them and called it a day. I do not recommend this game. If you do want to pick up the game, however, because some of the environments are interesting and the exploration is a bit fun, I highly recommend getting the pre-ordered shotgun, because that thing really made the art design of some of the areas shine. Thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll be putting out more videos soon.